Hello and welcome. It's Bashir Fadl with Lovely Course. Today we're going to talk about AWS, assuming we don't know or don't have any idea of what AWS is. So we want to know what this AWS stands for, what are the different certification exams, what are kind of the salary ranges that I'm looking for if I get into IT and I get into AWS certifications, the job opportunities, and the high level of what they do as AWS certified professionals. So the first thing is, what does AWS stand for? It stands for Amazon Web Services. Think about it this way. You have a company with about 10 employees. You just open a small office with 10 employees. Maybe it's a law office, maybe it's a doctor's office, whatever it is. Now, you're more concerned about the profession, but IT takes a lot of your budget because now whenever you hire someone, you need to put a computer in front of them. You need to install Office maybe, or and maybe some kind of an accounting system, Sage or QuickBooks, and some other internal software that you have. You get another computer, you need to install A, B, C. You get a third computer, and by the way, the first computer breaks, I need to get an IT person to fix that computer. So you have to have a big budget for someone that's fixing the hardware, somebody that's installing the software, and then the updates that are happening on the computer. Even though you're focused on your 10 and you have a small budget and you're trying to succeed. AWS or cloud computing is this great concept of, guess what? Forget about installing, forget about the hardware. You basically go to AWS or Amazon's website, and then you have access to build your own computers. And say, I want this software, I want this software, I want this software, I want the computer to have those features. And then all you do is just make copies of it. To oversimplify, you say, I need 10 of those computers. Boom, you have those 10, and Mr. A logs into system A, Mrs. B logs into system B, and so on and so forth. Everybody has access to it. You don't have to worry about the maintenance and fixing and upgrades, and you just have to go checkbox and say what features you're looking for. To oversimplify it, that's what it is. So now instead of having a physical hardware in front of you, you just go to the website or through remote desktop or workspace and have access to the system and the platform that you're looking for. Now, once I'm in there, or to get into that field, I need to get certified, usually. It makes it better. It makes you more marketable. So what are the different certifications? There's about 4 different levels of certifications. The first one, and this is what puts me out there in the market, I put it in my resume and I'm capable and able to get a lot of jobs out there, is what's called the Cloud Practitioner. This is the foundational level certification. The second level, there's about 3 different certificates on the associate level, which include solutions architect, developer, and SysOps administrator. Number 3, the professional level, is the solutions architect or the DevOps engineer. And then finally, on the 4th level, there's about 6 different specialties, which includes advanced networking, data analytics, database, machine learning, security, and SAP on AWS. So there's quite a few certifications out there, all starting, or the main focus is going to be on being that cloud practitioner certification. Another question, which is very important, is show me the money. So the average salary, according to Glassdoor, for a cloud practitioner, AWS cloud practitioner, ranges from about $83,000 to $91,000. So let's say about $86,000 or $87,000. So if you have that certificate and a little bit of experience to go along with it, you're definitely in a good place in the $86,000, $87,000 range. There's a lot of demand. There's a lot of growth. A lot of these smaller companies and larger companies are seeing the value of cloud computing, the scalability and the ease of it, the ease of maintenance, how we can save money. So let's go to the cloud. And that's why they need someone like yourself, a cloud practitioner. So best of luck. Now, the question becomes, if I want to get certified, if I want to get into it, what are the different recommendations? Well, my recommendation would be to go through the lovelycourse.com course. The reason being, there's a lot of websites that will give me practice exams. They're about $50, $60, $100. Where I can find about 50 or 100 exams, sample test questions. With Lovely Course, you're going to have hundreds, over 200 exam sample questions. The nice thing about it is you can take them over and over. So I could take it the first time, I pass the test. You know what? If I get the answer right, it tells me it's the right answer. If I get it wrong, I have a chance to retake it until I get the right answer. So it's a very good way to practice for as long as I have access to the course. Number 2, there's a lot of videos that explain it, in detail. So let's say, for example, I'm more into the security part of it, security and compliance. I didn't get a certain concept, so I can go and watch the video on security and compliance and then go back and retake the practice test. Number 3, there's some people that like to read. So there's reading material for each and every single section. So number 1, I can read the material. Number 2, I can watch the videos. Number 3, I can take the practice test over and over and over until I've mastered it. And it goes section by section as well. Once I've mastered it, I can go in and take the actual exam. So I wish you guys the best of luck. And again, it's a very cheap exam. I love the course. I think it's about $19. Best of luck with your career choices.